We are on air live.
We're on?
We are on.
What's up, boys? Welcome to the Week 3 review, Week 4 preview, video podcast, whatever the hell you want to call it, vlog, whatever the gay name for it is now. I know that was very politically insensitive. Don't care. Going to do a quick recap of the standings. Right now, Kane, with his anal stimulation team, is currently in a 6-way tie for first place. Everybody's 2-1. Kane, by virtue of being the highest scoring team in the league right now, is in first place. Followed up by Jeff, then Weller. I guess that's Jim, then Dehaney, and then Wilds. And then coming in with the best of the losers is me at 1 and 2, but I'm second overall in scoring, I would just like to say. And my all-play record is the second best, only to Kane's. So it shows I'm a bit unlucky this year so far. And then there's Adam at 1 and 2, John 1 and 2. Jeff, what the fuck are you drinking? That looked like a damn oil tanker. What the fuck?
It's how I hydrate.
Okay.
I got to stay hydrated with this.
That's how I hydrate.
It's like water with Mio in it. That's good shit. I'm becoming an old man. I'm an old fucking man. I gotta do shit.
Take your Metamucil and shut up. And then
I wake up to pee 4 times a night now. It's awful.
And then coming in at last place at 0-3 is Chris Martin, who's got to be seriously thinking about punting at this point. I mean, he's 0-3. I just don't see him coming back. Luck has run out for this guy. Just not looking good for him. But maybe, who knows? Maybe he'll win this week. Probably not, but, there's always hope. So, Jeff, why don't you go into the recaps?
All right. We ready to get to the recaps?
Hell yeah, brother. Bring it.
All right. First one. First off, to mention the leading scorer for the week was Kane in the anal stimulation squad at 198.5 points. That was a big week. This overall was a huge week in the NFL for scoring. I think Mike and I were talking about how FanDuel said this was the highest scoring week they've ever had in the history of FanDuel. So that's a lot of points, dude. But he was right. But right behind him was John at 197 points. So both of them put up good records. John had a huge Monday night to get on the win column, and Dehaney, the loser of the week with 87.5 points. I mean, talk about a fall from fucking grace there, Jesus. So all right, so moving into the first game, we're going to do Kane versus Mike, and this was sort of a woodshed game. It started out looking good, then they hit Monday night, and 198.5 to 155. Aaron Rodgers and Kane had Aaron Rodgers and Jamal Charles on Monday night, and that was pretty much it for Mike. 38 and 30 points.
It was pretty much all for Mike on Sunday when he got 49 points from AJ Green.
Yeah, that didn't help. But Mike had 43 points from Devonta Freeman, so that closed that gap a little bit. But amazingly, Kane put up all these points with 0 points from his kicker. So Robbie Gould, who plays for Chicago, I don't know why the hell you start anyone from Chicago, dude. Seriously, you're better than that. You're better than that, Kane. Drop that son of a bitch right now. So that's pretty much it for that game. I don't even want to talk about it. It was basically AJ Green, Jamal Charles, Aaron Rodgers just going nuts on Kane's squad. So it's about time to see how his team finally show up after having, 17 first-round draft picks and great keepers. So, way to show up at, week 3. Good job, man. So, all right, who's next?
Next one was Girls Gone Will Days versus Adam. And this was, I think, the closest game of the week. This was a 1-point game. Will Days edged Adam by 1 point, 152.5 to 151.5. Will Days held on for the victory despite the -3 from Colin. I want to throw 6 touchdown or interceptions for touchdowns. Kaepernick. I mean, seriously, he's a pick 6 machine. But Will Days had another huge game from Fitzgerald and a surprisingly resurgent Chris Johnson. I guess getting shot in the offseason was a boost for him. I don't know. Maybe it gave him time to rest his legs or something. Adam was pretty much let down again by Jeremy Hill, who contributed a solid 2 points, and Justin Forsett with a solid 6-point effort. I mean, really, when your kicker is outscoring both of your starting running backs, you're not going to win many weeks. So, yeah, I mean, this was, again, still a close game only because of both teams' relative incompetence. Neither guy wanted to win the game, but somebody had to win it. It was Will Days. And, yeah, we're just going to – it was nice to see Jimmy Graham come out of hibernation for Adam, though. Dropped 21 points. That's something to build on, I guess.
Did you hear that shit? But the Amazon Echo, Alexa, just started talking to me.
Dude, she does that shit to me too. It's very random. I renamed mine Amazon because my daughter has a friend named Alex, and so it was like always coming on, and it's still just randomly. It's the NSA, dude. They're spying on us. You know that, all of us.
There's something going on here. Thanks, Obama. Dude, hey, look at this side note here. Don't you feel bad for Adam a little bit? Like, he got this team. Like, if this was like, you know, if he was listening to the XM Sirius guys, it would have been the perfect draft. You know, he got like Jeremy Hill, Justin Forsett, two very solid running backs. You know, he did them well, and then he came back and got 3 solid receivers, and he waited to get his quarterback, and he got a big tight end in Jimmy Graham, and his team still sucks. Like, he seriously got like Jeremy Hill and Justin Forsett, who are awful this year. Like, well, those are two guys that the wheels have just fallen off.
He does have his top draft pick in Arian Foster, who he took like in the very first round of the draft, I think.
I forgot about that. He took him like, yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah. So he's
got that.
He's got that going for him. Absolutely.
Yeah. He'll probably get two wonderful games out of Arian Foster before his groin blows out again. That's about right. Is that how it works?
Pops out something. I don't know. He'll be on the IR for something. So,
hey, take the next game too. It was fine.
The next one was you versus Martin. So the Flashcock versus the Mexican champion, Nacho Libre. And, yeah, I mean, you beat the shit out of him. I mean, this was a 30-point margin of victory, basically. You had a monster breakout game for the season from Cam Newton. And a huge Monday night game from Randall Cobb, dropping those 3 touchdowns from Aaron Rodgers. And Antonio Brown still managed to get 22 points despite the Big Ben injury. Yeah, I mean, again, you want to talk about another guy just getting let down by his running backs. It seems to be a running theme this year. But Chris had C.J. Anderson and Matt Jones starting at running back. First off, why? Second off, they combined for 3 points. Well, I know why, because now I'm looking at his bench, and he had Todd Gurley, Doug Martin, and Darren Sproles. So, wow. Now I see why he's 0-3. I mean, this is shit. There's just no other way to say it. It's shit. I mean, he did get a huge game out of C.J. Mosley and Amari Cooper, but yeah, this was, you know what? He can't Gronk everybody every week, and now Gronk's on a bye, so Chris is probably going to go 0-4. And after that, I'm sure he will punt. But, yeah, it was ugly, dude. Ugly. So why don't you take the next one?
All right, the next one is the Jim Belta's Brady Natos versus Dehaney and his long-ass name about hating the Patriots. And it's another woodshed game here. 145.5 to 87.5. Dehaney did lose.
His lineup? I mean, seriously, did he forget?
Well, he did have Roethlisberger, and he somehow ended up with Isaiah Crowell as his second running back, which, checking on the schedule, it doesn't appear to be a bye week, but based on his roster decisions, it would look like it is. But you know, once again, dude, Jim has got lightning in a bottle here with that Matt Ryan, Julio Jones combination. For the first 3 weeks, it has been a lethal combination, and you know it's going to keep him in every game. And well, lo and behold, he's stuck with Mike Evans again this week, who put up 2 goose eggs. and he actually got him 18 points. So I guess patience paid off there. Good job, Jim. Yeah,
way to go, Cotton.
Special moment for you, I'm sure. Very special moment. And dude, Dehaney started Earl Thomas at safety. Did that dude not even play because he got 0 points? Isn't that like the Seattle safety?
Yeah, I don't know if he played. He got 0 points from him and 0 points from Tyler Eifert for that non-catch touchdown. I don't even know what the fuck a catch is anymore.
Fuck Tyler Eifert. Vandal playing fucking. I mean, like, I look at Sean's team right now. How the hell is he like 2-1? I don't get that. I mean, I guess he had the J.J. Watt game in week 1 because his team's pretty awful. Whenever like you actually say to yourself, I got to start Isaiah Crowell as my second running back, like things probably aren't going good. He lost Big Ben. He's got T.Y. Hilton with Andrew Luck and a Bub Wing thrown to him. Brandon Cooks is like the biggest draft bust of the year. Like everyone was on Brandon Cooks' jockstrap all year long preseason, and he's just doing nothing. Got 1 touchdown last year, looked good, and everyone's like, wow, he's wonderful, but he's not wonderful. So aside from my current man crush on Latavius Murray, Sean really has nothing else on his roster, and he's pretty much in Chris Martin territory. He might be the only team that's 2-1 that has a winning record, and I'm like, wow, he's got a fucking punt. It's that bad. Like look at this thing. This is like I start to wipe my phone now because it's dirty from looking at his roster right now. So
it's bad.
It's that bad. So all right, what's the next one? You want to take the last one with John?
Yeah, the last one was another high scoring affair, which is the theme of the week with fantasy. And this was John and the Weller. John squeaked out a 197 to 189.5 victory here, so less than a 10-point victory. Pretty close game. You know what? I question both of these guys' decision-making abilities here. Both of them started running backs who were questionable going into the game and were duly disappointed. John got 2 points out of Marshawn Lynch, who spent most of the game watching it on the sidelines while exercising on his exercise bike and eating Skittles. And Weller started Chris Ivory, who dressed and never got on the field, got 0 points. Despite this, both of these guys almost hit 200 points, which just tells you what a crazy week it was in fantasy. Weller got a 47-point effort from Old Man River, Steve Smith, and 34 points out of Greg Olson, who Cam Newton finally realized is on his team again and decided to throw it to him. And a nice triumphant return to relevancy for Le'Veon Bell. But, as long as Andrew Luck struggles, honestly, Weller's team is going to be shit. He's going to luck to some victory because he's Weller, and that's just what he does. But, John got some steady performances from Adrian Peterson, Jeremy Maclin with a surprising garbage time touchdown when they were like way out of it. And Alex Smith decided to try and break the duck of, not throwing to the receivers in the end zone. Demaryius Thomas, 24 points, Peyton for 25. He had he even got 2 20-plus point performances from his IDPs, and his other one had over 14 points. So, solid production. And still, with 197 points, John only, he would have lost to Kane this week too. It was just a monster week in fantasy. So who knows?
Yeah, dude, you're right. Like John's got to feel good though, because he got all his points from his IDPs, and we're all realizing that's so repeatable each week. So yeah. He looks strong going in the next week. I'm sure.
The best part is he once again left Keenan Allen on the bench for a huge week. John seems to have no luck with Keenan Allen. He doesn't start him in week 1. Keenan Allen goes off. He starts him in week 2. Keenan Allen does nothing. He doesn't start him in week 3. He has a big fat 38 on his bench. It's just unbelievable. Basically,
his points could have been crazy if he would have done what most people who have ever played fantasy football before in a PPR league do, and that is start 3 wide receivers. Like he would have dropped like 230 points. It would have been.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a record.
Crazy. We would have been talking to him about being an epic fantasy GM. Instead, we're going, the fuck you doing, dude?
Yeah, like seriously. Yeah, hey, good luck with Everson Griffin for the rest of the year. Great, that'll work out for you. So, all right, moving on to this coming week. Trying to get there. So this is our first.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, this is our first bye week. So we're only 2 teams are down this week: New England and Tennessee. So you're not going to miss much from Tennessee. But New England has a couple key players that are going to cause some issues for guys. So, all right, let's start with. Want me to take the first one here? It's Mike. What's that?
Go ahead, go nuts.
All right, Mike versus Weller and the Divine Beckhams. This should be a decent matchup. I don't know if Justin has his roster set yet, being with Chris Ivory in it, but. You know, a lot of this is going to come down. Mike is rolling with Andy Dalton, who is the number 3 fantasy quarterback right now, in case you guys were questioning the Andy Dalton start. And going against Andrew Luck, who is the number 18 starting fantasy quarterback right now. So think that. Say it out loud. The Andy. You know, you say, how the Andy's doing? You know, you think it's usually 18-3 and it's the other way around. Oh, no. Andrew Luck is 18th quarterback right now. And considering what he did in the second half last week, he should be like in the 20s because the dude's not having a good year. But Mike is rolling with running backs, Devonta Freeman and Carlos Williams. And we also what Carlos Williams has been doing in Buffalo. If Shady is down, he's poised to have a real big week. Lev Bell was going against Baltimore, and he may catch 15 passes. So it's
going to be none with Michael Vick because we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. We don't really know what's going to happen there. But Lev Bell can catch 15 passes any week. Dude, he's a better receiver than he is a running back. So if Justin might have to consider taking Chris Ivory out of his roster, he might want to look into that. Receivers are pretty solid. Calvin Johnson, Dante Moncrief, and James Jones for Mike. Odell Beckham, Steve Smith, and Rashard Matthews, the upstart Rashard Matthews for Justin. A push at tight end, Kelsey versus Olsen. And that's pretty much it. I'm looking at this based on quarterback and running back play alone. Like I have to give the advantage to Mike right now. But Justin actually takes Chris Ivory out of the roster, which I'm not saying that's going to happen. But if he does, he could make it a little closer. But I think it's going to be close, but I think this one's going to go to Mike. So what's the next one?
The next one is the anal stimulator at the Brady Natos. So Kane versus Jim. Right now, Kane is a pretty heavy favorite, almost a 20-point favorite right now. They're projecting big games from his normal crew. I mean, doesn't look like he's really impacted by the buys at all. So he's got Aaron Rodgers, Jamal Charles, AJ Green, Jordan Matthews, all projected for more than 20 points. And they've all got good matchups. You know, the one thing that worries me about Kane's team this week is the Carlos Hyde and Ryan Matthews. He's got both of them in his starting lineup right now. We're not really sure what's happening with DeMarco Murray. I know he's practicing. If he is practicing, I don't see this being a timeshare. And Carlos Hyde, I mean, he had a great first week, and after that, it's just 2 stinkers. Not sure what you're going to get there. But of course, he's going against Jim, who's sticking with his old faithfuls. Jim just he's got a stage 5 clinger from Mike Evans, and Andre Ellington is making a triumphant return to his lineup. Why? I don't know, but he is. I'm looking at this on paper, and unless Jim, I mean, who knows? Julio could have another 3-touchdown, 250-yard game, and Matt Ryan, it could be all over. But on paper, I think Kane keeps rolling. I do. I think he keeps rolling. I think he's going to steamroll Jim by about 30 points.
Oh, yeah, and if DeMarco Murray doesn't play, Ryan Matthews, $5,900 in FanDuel. Write that down, guys.
Just saying. Hey, I'll take the next one. I'll take the next one here because this is you versus Adam.
All right.
And right now, Adam's a 5-6 point favorite. Again, you want to talk about people just not learning from their mistakes. Once again, Adam has Justin Forsett and Jeremy Hill in his lineup. I mean, you would think by now he would explore opportunities to put somebody else in, but now he's going to go with a guy that keeps fumbling his way out of a prime job and another guy who just looks like, the true, Justin Forsett of old, which is, just a second string running back at best. I'm just looking at this dude, even with a little bit of a downgrade on Antonio Brown because of the Mike Vick uncertainty and Eddie Lacy being a little banged up. I know this says Adam's a favorite. I got to give the edge to you right now. I love what Cobb's been doing and Antonio Brown. I'm questioning your decision with Vincent Jackson, but without being able to look at your bench right this second. And also Luke Kuechly didn't practice again today, so it looks like you may be once again heading to the waiver wire for a linebacker. But
Luke Kuechly's in the system. They keep saying he's going through the protocol, the system.
Yeah, he didn't even get cleared today, dude. He's not playing this week. I'm telling you now.
But
I do like the one-head story.
Tomorrow, a specialist, a neurologist,
a urologist, more likely, or a proctologist, whatever, dude. Whatever.
Yeah. Dude, Luke Kuechly's worth 20 points when he plays every week. Write that down.
Is, but he's not going to give you 20 points this week from the bench. So the bottom line is, I just think your wide receivers are better than his. I think you're going to end up winning this one. It's going to be close, but I think you're going to take this.
All righty, let's see what's next here. We have the Dehaney versus Wildays, both 2-1 records.
God, look at these projected point totals, just like the special fucking fantasy Olympics.
Tell me what it is. I don't have it up.
111 to 95. What the fuck?
That is what happens when you still have Ben Roethlisberger and Isaiah Crowell in your roster, like Dehaney does. Who's his backup quarterback? You on his roster? You're just looking at yeah.
I'm just looking at the projections. I don't even know what to. And Wilds is rocking Drew Brees. I mean, what the fuck? Do these guys even watch football? Honestly,
possibly.
Who the fuck are these guys even in our league? Seriously, what the fuck? I blame you.
Wilds does have Gio Bernard in. That's a pretty smart start there. Dude's been doing well. Adam may want to contact him. I don't know. There's a thought. Hey, what do you want to trade for Gio? Like, I don't know. Call me crazy. Yeah, I don't even have – these guys don't have the roster set, but just looking Latavius Murray is about the only bona fide actual NFL player on either of these rosters.
I mean, really.
And J.J. Watt. So I'm going to have to go with Sean. He's probably going to be rolling Colin Kaepernick. I don't know. Maybe Alex Smith. Might pick up.
Look, Dalton was available on waivers, and I got him for $6, and he's the number 3 fantasy quarterback right now. I mean, I'm just saying to these guys, pay any attention to what the hell's going on in the league. Yeah. Seriously.
And he may not. He might want to take that Isaiah Crowell one and take him down. I don't know. I don't even fucking know. D'Angelo Williams is available. He could be better.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, these are pretty two soft 2-1 teams right here, aren't they?
Oh my God.
I don't even know who's going to win it. I just don't know. It's pretty bad. So, all right, I'm calling.
There are no winners with those rosters, my friend. None.
There really are not any. So, all right, just take the next one.
All right, so the last matchup is the Flashcock versus the I don't know, troll thing, whatever. John's. He still has not figured out that he needs to change his name and logo because it's just bad. Anyway,
what's the finger thing on there? Like, I don't even know what the hand's supposed to be. Is that a hand or is it chicken?
Is it a Mickey Mouse hand or is it Michael Jackson with the glove? I don't get it. I don't
is
know.
It like somebody who's missing fingers?
Maybe it's Jason Pierre-Paul. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be. It could be. It looks like he's going in to like pick his nose or something. I don't even know what the hell that is.
Well, anyway, it's kind of like what I alluded to previously. I just don't see a way Chris wins this. I mean, right now, John is a 50-point favorite, basically. I mean, it's ugly. It's ugly. Now, again, Chris doesn't have a kicker right now. So that'll give him, 6 more points. So it'll be a 40-point margin of victory. I mean,
that'll save him. That will save him.
right now he's starting Matt Jones and Darren Sproles at running back. And you can oppose that by John, who's starting Ingram, Lynch, and Peterson. Yeah. And then it doesn't get any better at wide receiver when he's rocking John's rocking Macklin and Demaryius Thomas versus the trio of Amari Cooper, Allen Robinson, and Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, I know Chris spent the whole offseason trying to convince himself and all of us that Emmanuel Sanders is a keeper. He's not. And that's his best wide receiver. Yeah, this is ugly. This is gonna be an epic beatdown. I think this will probably be the biggest spread of the week in terms of final margins. I just don't see any way. Chris is 0-4. I mean, I'm calling it now, barring an epic disaster where everybody in John's lineup dies. But I think John could actually start maybe like half the people in his lineup, and he'd still win by like 10.
Yeah.
So, Chris, is it time to punt? Yes. The panel says yes. Maybe, I'm interested in, maybe a couple guys I could get. I mean, I'm definitely interested in Gronk, if you want to trade him my way.
That's about it, dude. You got Gronk. I mean, you can make an argument for Amari Cooper, Emmanuel Sanders, Allen Robinson, all the slot guys. He's like the league.
Slotting it up.
Yeah, he's slotting it up in there. Dude, hey, John, I'll say, hey, great job on picking up on Marshawn Lynch's backup on waivers today because, as we all know, he's 50-50 to play. So great job on going in there aggressively, putting in a bid, getting Rouse on your roster. Oh, wait, you didn't do that? Oh, I got him? Yeah, when fucking
big burn.
Leap at the wheel there, dude. Good job. Nice play. Nice play.
Dude, no pug pillow today? No pug pillow?
Pug pillows today. There will be no pug pillows.
I'm disappointed in you, my friend. Disappointed.
We shared the big water bottle today. That was today's what's randomly like.
That is seriously like, it looks like urine. It looks like a big plastic container of urine.
It's iced tea.
Urine.
Like peach flavored iced tea. It's good.
Dude, that looks like my piss after a night of heavy drinking the next morning. It's bad, dude. It looks bad. Just saying.
You want to go to a doctor if that's what your piss looks like, because that's scary.
I did. He gave me some penicillin. I'm good.
I don't know where this thing's going. We went off the rails about 10 minutes ago.
We did.
It's too late. I'm tired. I'm old. I'm usually in bed.
All right, let's end this thing so these fuckers can watch this shit and go to bed.
Yeah, so all right, we're done. So once again, anyone wanting FanDuel, I think we have 2 spots left on the league. Shoot me an email. All right, everyone out.
Peace.
Later.